Thus it is that I preach to you this evening from the Cockney Rhyming Slang translation of the Bible, with a parable from the Gospel according to St. Pancras. A long time ago there lived a poor man. He had no trouble and strife. She had run off with a tea leaf some years before. And he now lived with his bricks and mortar Mary. And being very short of the reasoned honey, and unable to pay the Burton-on-Trent, he was tempted to go forth into the Bristol city to see what he could half-inch. And he would say to Mary, his bricks and mortar, I will take a ball of chalk into the town and buy some tobacco for my cherry ripe. And he would put on his almond rocks and his dicky dirt and his round the houses, and would set off down the Frog and Toad until he reached the outskirts of New Bristol. One day his bricks and mortar gave him some money, saying, here is a saucepan lid. Go and buy some food, a loaf of Uncle Fred and a pound of standard ease. But do not tarry in the city, and return with what is left of the money, for verily I need a new pair of early drawers. Those I have are full of holes, and I am in a continual George Raft. But instead of returning with the reasoned honey for his bricks and mortar's early doors, he made his way to the rub-a-dub for a tumble down the sink. And he became very elephant's trunk and roped up. When the landlord of the rub-a-dub, called Birdline, the man set off towards his cat and mouse, reeling about all over the Frog and Toad, and drunkenly humming a stewed prune. And he came to Khyber Pass, but as he staggered along, he saw on the pavement a small, brown Richard III. And he stared at it lying there at his plates of meat, and he said, oh, small, brown Richard III, how lucky I did not step on you. And he picked it up and put it on top of a wall so that no one would step on it. And the rich, 4x2-ish merchant, who witnessed the deed, put his hand into his skyrocket and took out Lady Godiva and gave it to the man, saying, I saw you pick up that Richard III, and that was a kindly act. Take this Lady Godiva for your froth and bubble. And the man took it and went on his way rejoicing. When the man arrived home, his daughter was sitting by the Jeremiah on her favourite Lionel Blair. And the man said unto her, here is the Lady Godiva, which I earned by a kindly act. And the woman was overjoyed and said, oh, father, now I can have my pair of early doors. And I can have my drink, said the man. Verily, that kind act has ensured that we both have enough to cover our bottle and glass. And as he uttered these words, singing merrily, the small brown Richard III took off and flew back to its nest.